How's it going, everyone? Silver shareholder here. I was going to talk a little bit about the price of silver. We seem to have leveled out pretty well. So we saw some long and steady pullback all the way down from pretty much $50 an ounce, and we came down under $20 an ounce, and it's since rebounded, come back up a couple dollars, and seems to have somewhat stabilized. So we've been floating around $20 an ounce for quite a while now. I think we're at like 21 or something right now. Um, but yeah, it seems to have stabilized. It doesn't seem like it's dropping anymore. I would say the floor is pretty much in, so it might go down a little, it might come up a little, but in the short term, anyways, it seems to have stabilized, and I would really doubt would see a significant drop from this level. So there's a good chance we might see under 20 again, but I don't think it could go a whole lot lower than that. So um, the the pullback has seemed to have stopped, and I would expect us to hold these levels and then slowly increase from here. Which brings me to the second thing that I've been seeing, which is quite a bit of inflation. So I don't know if everyone else has been noticing inflation, but um, I see a lot of inflation in food items. So I've been seeing, even week to week, it seems like price increases, but definitely over the months and, obviously years. But over the months, I've seen some pretty significant jumps in price, and noticing a lot of inflation when it comes to everyday food items. And also, I've seen certain things like the packaging getting smaller, so I know we've all noticed that. Sometimes you look at something and then you realize that the amount that you're getting is less. So that's interesting. And when I think of silver, I've realized that I like to do comparison pricing. So instead of worrying so much about the dollar price, I think we should all focus on equivalents. So 1 ounce of silver price is equivalent to X amount of gallons of gasoline, or X amount of gallons of milk, or pretty much anything, whatever it may be. But utility costs, food costs, the price of a loaf of bread, that kind of thing. So I think the real price is really telling when you compare it to other items and the exchange ratio. And I think that's how we should all be pricing it, because while we focus on dollar pricing, and for good reason, I mean, I'm not saying that the dollar pricing should be not a factor, but when we talk about gains, we should think of it in relation to other items. So if you sell at a gain, you want to be able to purchase more gallons of gas, more gallons of milk, more loaves of bread, and if you're not able to, it's pointless. So if we see $100 an ounce silver, but it still only buys you 4 gallons of gas or something, you haven't seen any gain. Um, with that number, you'd probably have seen a loss. But anyways, gasoline is an interesting one, because we saw quite a rise from like $1 a gallon all the way up to $4 a gallon, but it's kind of stopped there. So we pulled back a little bit for a while on gasoline. It came back up some, but I'm surprised now we still haven't surpassed the highs from a few years ago, and we've kind of plateaued, on that like high three, low $4 a gallon range. So it's really expensive, and that 400% jump from $1 to $4 a gallon was huge, but it seems to have kind of plateaued there, and hasn't gone much higher, which is a little bit surprising when you consider all the turbulence in the Middle East and that kind of stuff. But I guess we're producing a lot domestically now, and we also bring in a lot from Canada, so maybe that's helped insulate us somewhat from that. But I know compared to some European countries, with their taxes and then selling it by the liter and stuff, we're getting it a lot cheaper than they are. So as high as it is, I'm surprised it hasn't gone higher. So silver seems to have kind of plateaued for now. I'm guessing still we're going to see higher highs eventually, and when that'll happen is anyone's guess. But it's interesting, especially when you start figuring in other things and exchange ratios and whatnot. So, like to hear everybody's thoughts on that and how we should be pricing silver, where you think the price of silver is going, and what kind of events you think might make that happen. So, anyways, I'm going to do a little unpackaging here. So, I'll open this up for everybody. Got another package in. And that's going to be I think it's a 1999, yeah, 1999 Britannia. And this is the first year of this series unique designs. So this would be the first of the one-off designs for the Britannia. Really nice coin, nice design there. See if I can get some kind of focus here for everybody. But yeah, it's a great series, great coins. Really enjoying them, and I'm going to try to put together a set here. Another thing I've been thinking about, and silver might come into play, would be, you hear a lot of talk about droughts and water shortages and that type of thing, and I'm wondering if desalinization is going to be the way to go. And I've been wondering if they could use solar power for desalinization, and was wondering about solar. I was also wondering about like magnifying lenses and stuff, if they could use those to somehow pinpoint the sun and boil the water for like a distill, to distill the water, if they could boil it using magnifying lenses or something. But yeah, when you hear about water shortages, I'm thinking that desalinization is going to be the way to go. And it seems like they could pump the water out into the desert and then use solar power to somehow boil it or evaporate it and then catch the condensation. So, maybe solar panels, and, you might use silver in the solar panels to do that. So I think we're a long way off, but that's going to be the way to go, is desalinization. So I'm not sure how they normally do it, if it's RO or what. I haven't looked into it too much, but I'm thinking they could distill it somehow, pump it out into the desert and evaporate it and catch the vapors and use that. So yeah, let me know what you think about the Britannia, the pricing of silver, desalinization, whatever. Leave some comments, and I'll get back with another video soon. Thanks for watching.